40% of all laundered money in the world flows through one city. Not Dubai, not Panama, not the Cayman Islands, London. Up to $880 billion a year in stolen cash becomes clean through British banks, British lawyers, and British real estate. This isn't a conspiracy theory. This is how the system works. Let's put that number in perspective. $880 billion is more than the entire GDP of Switzerland, and it's flowing through London every single year. Over 85,000 properties in the UK have completely hidden ownership. Nobody knows who actually owns them. Transparency International tracked $6 billion in UK property bought by high-risk money launderers. And that's just what they could find through public records. One building near Buckingham Palace is worth $289 million. The owner? Hidden behind a shell company registered in Jersey, a British territory designed for maximum secrecy. So how does this actually work? Here's the three-step process that turns dirty money clean. Step 1. Create the shell company. You register a company in the British Virgin Islands, a UK overseas territory. It's completely legal. But here's the trick. You don't have to disclose who actually owns it. Instead, you use nominee directors, fake names on paper that hide the real owner. The British Virgin Islands has 118,000 active companies registered there. The population? 30,000 people. That's 4 companies per person. These aren't real businesses. They're legal structures designed to hide money. Step 2. Buy London real estate. You use that anonymous company to purchase property. Not cheap apartments. We're talking mansions in Belgravia, penthouses overlooking Hyde Park, entire apartment blocks in Kensington. Why London property? 3 reasons. It's stable, it's prestigious, and it's the perfect place to park massive amounts of money in just a few buildings. Transparency International found that 78% of corruption cases involving UK property used anonymous companies, and 92% of those companies were registered in UK territories like the British Virgin Islands. Step 3. Sell and extract. After a few years, you sell the property. The money gets transferred to a clean account. Congratulations, your stolen millions are now property investment profits. The money that was looted from a developing country is now completely legitimate. This isn't theoretical. Let me give you real cases. Isabel dos Santos, daughter of Angola's former dictator. She became Africa's richest woman while Angola remained one of the poorest countries on earth. She's been charged with money laundering, embezzlement, and tax fraud. Where does she own property? London and Dubai. She's been seen openly enjoying luxury restaurants while being a wanted fugitive. That's how broken the system is. Saadi Gaddafi, son of Libya's Colonel Gaddafi. He bought a £10 million home in London using a British Virgin Islands company. After Gaddafi was overthrown, the Libyan government had to fight for years in UK courts just to prove the property was bought with stolen state funds. Roman Abramovich, the Russian oligarch who owned Chelsea Football Club. In 2008, he admitted in court that he bribed officials to secure controlling stakes in Russian oil. He used that money to buy Chelsea for £140 million in 2003. He became a beloved figure in British society. Nobody asked questions about where the money came from. Until Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022. Only then did the UK freeze his assets. But everyone knew his background for decades. The UK just chose not to care. But here's what makes this system truly sophisticated. It's not just criminals acting alone. The UK has an entire ecosystem of professional enablers. Accountants, lawyers, real estate agents at prestigious firms who facilitate this. According to Transparency International, 86 banks, 81 law firms, and 177 educational institutions have accepted dirty money. UK banks have been caught processing tens of billions without proper checks. Metro Bank processed £51 billion in transactions without proper money laundering monitoring. Sterling Bank opened 54,000 accounts for high-risk customers after being explicitly told not to. The fines? A tiny fraction of what they made enabling the crimes. You might be wondering, how did the UK become the world's money laundering capital? It started in the 1980s with Margaret Thatcher. She deregulated the financial industry in what's known as the Big Bang. The goal was to make London competitive with New York. It worked. But it also meant banks could operate with way less oversight. Then in the 2000s, Tony Blair's government created the Tier 1 investor visa, the Golden Visa. If you had £2 million to invest, you could get UK residency. No questions asked about where that money came from. The program ran from 1994 to 2022. Thousands of wealthy foreigners, including Russian oligarchs and corrupt officials, bought their way into the UK. The government's own review in 2015 found serious problems, but they kept it running for 7 more years. After Russia invaded Ukraine, the term Londongrad started appearing everywhere. The UK finally passed the Economic Crime Act in 2022, promising to crack down. But enforcement has been pathetically weak. UK law enforcement is completely overwhelmed. The Serious Fraud Office has a budget of just £50 million per year to investigate the most sophisticated financial crimes in the world. Major banks spend more than that on their legal departments alone. And even when criminals get caught, the penalties are tiny. According to Transparency International, less than 1% of laundered money is ever recovered. There's a fundamental conflict of interest. The UK economy benefits massively from this dirty money. London's status as a global financial center depends on it. The real estate market depends on it. So there's very little political will to actually shut it down. Here's the truth. London isn't just a financial center. It's the world's most sophisticated laundromat. The infrastructure is more developed than Dubai. The legal system is more sophisticated than Switzerland. And the professional enablers are more experienced than anywhere else. Shell companies registered in British territories. Luxury property hiding stolen wealth. Banks processing billions without questions. Lawyers and accountants making millions facilitating it all. And less than 1% ever gets recovered. The system works perfectly, just not for the people whose money is being stolen. If this opened your eyes to how the global financial system actually works, subscribe for more deep dives into the money flows that shape our world.